Here is the complete set of questions for the NEET examinations. The first question is the which of the following is not an attribute of a population's? Answer will be the species interaction. Second question is the process of growth is maximum during log phase. Next question is the root that originate from base of the stem are fibrous root. Match the list one with list second. Here is the all are correct. Typhoid related to salmonella, pneumonia related to hemophilus, and filariasis related to Osreria, and malaria related to plasmodium. In which of the following techniques the embryos are transferred to assist those female who cannot conceive? Answer will be the ZIFT and IUT. Identify the wrong statement with reference to the gene I that controls ABO blood groups. Answer will be the when IA and IB are present together, they express same type of sugar. Choose the correct pair. Here is the ligase joined the two DNA molecule. Rest are wrong. Match the list 1 with 2. Here is the phenylketonuria, autosomal recessive disorder, thalassemia, autosomal recessive disorder, hemophilia, X-linked recessive disorder, and sickle cell anemia, autosomal recessive trait caused due to mutation in gene present on chromosome number 11. Here the all are right. Again match the list 1 with 2. Here the all are correct. Gregarious polyphagous pest are Locusta. Adult with radial symmetry and larva with bilateral symmetry, Asterias. Book lungs related to a scorpion, bioluminescence, Tinopalana. Next question here, the infectious stage of Plasmodium that enters the human body is sporozoites. Identify the substances having glycosidic bond and peptide bond respectively in their structure. Answer will be the inulin and insulin. The plant parts which consist of two generations, one within the other. Answer will be the pollen grain inside the anther and embryo sac inside the ovule. Next question is the product of reaction catalyzed by nitrogenase is in root nodules of leguminous plant is ammonia and hydrogen. Identify the correct statement with regard to G1 phase of interphase. Here is the cell is a metabolically active, grows but does not replicate its DNA. Cuboidal epithelium with bruised border of microvilli is found in proximal convoluted tubules of nephron. Which of the following statement about inclusion bodies is incorrect? These are involved in ingestion of food particles. This is the wrong and rest are the right. They are not bounded by any membrane. They lie free in the cytoplasm. These present reserve material in cytoplasm. We see the important site of formation of glycoproteins and glycolipids in eukaryotes. Answer will be the Golgi bodies. Identify the wrong statement with reference to the transport of oxygen. Here, answer will be the higher hydrogen plus concentration in alveoli favors the formation of oxyhemoglobin. This is the wrong, and rest are the right. In gel electrophoresis, separated DNA fragments can be visualized with the help of ethidium bromide in UV radiation. Ray florets have inferior ovary. The specific palindromic sequence which is recognized by Escherichia coli RI is A will be the answer. Palindromic means reverse to each other. Identify the wrong statement with regard to restriction enzyme. Sticky ends can be joined by using DNA ligase. This is the wrong, and rest are the right. Which of the following is put into anaerobic sludge digester for further sewage treatment? Answer will be the activated sludge. Select the correct events that occurs during inspiration. Here is the contraction of diaphragm and contraction of external intercostal muscles. If the head of cockroach is removed, it may live for a few days because the head holds a small portion of a nervous system while the rest is situated along the ventral part of its body. Which of the following statements are true for the phylum Chordata? Answer will be the invertebrate notochord is present during the embryonic period only. The central nervous system is dorsal and hollow. Match the list 1 with list 2. Answer will be the all are correct. Here Bacillus thuringiensis is related to cryprotein. Thermus aquaticus DNA polymerase. Agrobacterium tumefaciens cloning vector. Salmonella typhimurium constriction of first ribosomal DNA molecule. Match the list 1 with 2. Here all are correct. Iron required for chlorophyll biosynthesis. Zinc is essential for oxygen biosynthesis. Boron for pollen germination, and manganese is for photolysis of water in photosynthesis. Identify the correct statements. Here is the sapwood is the innermost secondary xylem and is lighter in color. Match the list 1 with 2. Here all are correct. Inhibitor of catalytic activity malonate possess peptide bond collagen cell wall material in fungi chitin secondary metabolites ricin and every meiotic division of the secondary oocyte is completes at the time of fusion of a sperm with an ovum. According to Robert May, the global species diversity is about 7 million. The first phase of translation is amino acylation of transfer RNA. Which of the following regions of the globe exhibit highest species diversity? Answer will be the Amazon forest. Which of the following is not correct? Here is the functional insulin has A and B chains linked together by hydrogen bond. This is the wrong, and rest are the correct. The transverse section of plants show following anatomical features. Large number of scattered vascular bundles surrounded by bundle sheath. Large conspicuous parenchymatous ground tissues. Vascular bundle conjoined and closed. Phloem parenchyma absent. All found in monocotyledonous stem. This is the character of monocotyledonous stem. Here match the list 1 with list 2. 60 to 15 pair of gill slits found in cyclostomes. Heterocercal caudal fin found in Chondrichthyes. Air bladder, Osteichthyes, and poison sting Trigon. From his experiments, S.L. Miller produced amino acid by mixing the following in a closed flask. Answer will be the CH4H2NH3 and water vapor at 800 degrees Celsius. Embryological support for evolution was disapproved by Carl Ernst van Baer. The process responsible for facilitating loss of water in liquid form from the tip of grass blades at night and in early morning is root pressure. The secondary metabolites such as nicotine, strychnine, and caffeine are produced by plants for their defense actions. The, the oxygenation activity of rubisco enzyme in phosphorespiration leads to the formation of one molecule of 3 carbon compound. Viticulture variety that was developed by the introduction of toxin gene of Bacillus thuringiensis is resistant to insect pests. Which of the following correct example of organisms which have evolved due to the change in environment brought about by the anthropogenic action? Here is the herbicide resistant weeds, drug resistant eukaryote, man created breeds of domesticated animals like dog. Here all are correct. Identify the wrong statement with reference to immunity. Means active immunity is quick and gives full response. This is the wrong, and rest are the correct. Means when exposed to antigen, living or dead, antibody is produced in the host body. It is called active immunity. When ready-made antibodies are directly given, it is called passive immunity. And fetus receives some antibodies from mother. It is an example of passive immunity. By which method was a new breed Hisardale She formed by using Bicaneri ewes and Merino rams crossbreeding. Identify the correct statement with reference to human digestive system. Ileum is highly coiled. Match the list 1 with 2. Here all are correct. Means Clostridium butylicum, butyric acid, Trichoderma polyosporum, cyclosporin A, Monascus purpureus, blood cholesterol lowering agent, and Aspergillus niger, citric acid. Presence of which of the following conditions in urine are indicative of diabetes mellitus? Answer will be the ketonuria and glycosuria. Floridian starch has a structure similar to amylopectin and glycogen. Select the option including all sexually transmitted disease. Here is the answer will be the gonorrhea, syphilis, genital herpes. Again match the list 1 with list 2. All are correct. Zygotine synapses takes place, pachytene crossing over takes place, diplotin chiasmata formation takes place, dikinesis terminalization takes place. Which of the following pair is of unicellular algae? Answer will be the chlorella and spirulina. Which of the following hormone levels will cause release of ovum from the Graafian follicle? Answer will be the high concentration of estrogen. Match the list 1 with list 2. Here all are correct. Means Bt cotton, Bacillus thuringiensis, adenosis deaminase deficiency, gene therapy, RNAi cellular defense, PCR detection of HIV infections. Montreal Protocol was signed in 1987 for the control of emission of ozone depleting substances. Which of the following is correct about viroids? Viroids have free RNA without protein coat. Ovary is half inferior in plum. The enzyme introkinase help in conversion of trypsinogen into trypsin. Match the trophic level. Here all are correct. First trophic level grass, second trophic level rabbit, third trophic level crow, fourth trophic level vulture. How many true breeding peace plant varieties did Mendel select as pair, which were similar except one character with contrasting traits? Answer will be the 14. Match the list 1 with list 2. Here all are correct. Means organ of Carti located on the basilar membrane of the cochlea, coil part of labyrinth, Stoichian tube connect middle ear to the pharynx, steps attached to the oval window of the ear. The water hyacinth and water lily pollination takes place by insects or wind. Name plant growth regulator which upon spraying on sugarcane crop increases the length of stem, thus they increase the yield of sugarcane crop. Gibberellin. In light reaction, phosphoquinone facilitates the transfer of electron from pH2 to cytochrome B6F complex. Name the enzyme that facilitates opening of DNA helix during transcription. RNA polymerase. Which of the following is not an inhibitory substance governing seed dormancy? Gibberellic acid. Which of the following would help in prevention of diuresis? The reabsorption of Na plus and water from renal tubule due to aldosterone. In relation to gross primary productivity is always less than net primary productivity of an ecosystem. Which one of the following statement is correct? Here answer will be the gross primary productivity is always more than net primary productivity. Match the following columns. Here all are correct. Means placenta release human chorionic gonadotropin, zona pellucida, layer of ovum, bulbourethral gland, lubrication of penis, Leydig cells release androgens. Astrovilli or cones are found in equisetum. Flippers of penguin and dolphin are example of convergent evolutions. The QRS complex in a standard ECG represents depolarization of ventricles. Here match the column, all are correct here. Eosinophils release histamines destructive enzyme. Neutrophils phagocytosis. Basophils release granules containing histamines. Lymphocytes immune response. Which of the following statement is correct? Here is the adenine pair with thymine throws two hydrogen bonds. The sequence that controls the copy number of linked DNA in the vector is termed as ORI site. Identify the basic amino acids. Here all are correct. Tyrosine, aromatic amino acid, glutamic acid is acidic, lysine is basic amino acid, valine is neutral amino acid. Match the list 1 with 2. Here all are correct. Means pituitary gland responsible for diabetes insipidus, thyroid gland, Graves' disease, adrenal gland, Addison's disease, pancreas, diabetes mellitus. Select the correct option. This is the wrong question. Anyhow, glucocorticoid stimulate gluconeogenesis. Means glucocorticoid stimulate gluconeogenesis. Which of the following is most abundant protein in the animal? Collagen. And most abundant protein in biosphere is rubisco. Experimental verification of chromosomal theory of inheritance was done by Morgan, and chromosome theory proposed by the Sutton and Bovary. Match here column, all are correct. Means floating ribs do not connect the sternum. Acromion, clavicle related to clavicle. Scapula located between second and seventh ribs. Glenoid cavity, head of the humerus. Dissolution of synaptonemal complex occurs during diplotin. The body of ovule fused within the funicle at hilum. Goblet cells of alimentary canal are modified from columnar epithelial cells. Bilaterally symmetrical and acoelomate animals are exemplified by platyhelminthes. Snow blindness in Antarctica region is due to inflammation of cornea due to high dose of UVB radiations. Okay, thanks.